From Deal in Kent, the number 6 seed, Dominator 2.
Twice series semi-finalists.
Excuse you, team. Excuse us. Dominator 2. You have completely rebuilt it.
We have. It's stronger, better and tougher than ever before.
Why? What have you done?
Basically, the titanium that's on the shell now is made of the same grade as used on Russian nuclear submarines. We were going to say it's got built-in satellite navigation, but the batteries went flat on that. But the rest of it is much, much more powerful.
What about your weapon?
The weapon, we've increased the gas size, increased the flow on the gas, bigger regulator, it looked a lot faster, a lot more power than last year.
And it's very pretty.
Has a 12mm polycarb base, 3.2mm titanium armour, nothing faster in the heat, has a powerful axe and effective stream-mech, but the target needs to be in front of the axe for it to be effective.
Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at the teams. Axe-C-Dent 2, there's Mel Easton. Hydra with Dennis and Andrew Ledbetter. There's Sumpthing, Mr. Dig's team on the left, and Dominator 2 on the right-hand side. And in the arena for the house robots, Growler, heavy, very quick. And there alongside him, Shunt with a bulldozer blade and the axe at the back there.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Dominator 2, the number 6 seeds, and certainly favourites here, and on the attack straight away. But there, Hydra flicking Axe-C-Dent up into the air. It has no stream-mech, remember, and I think Axe-C-Dent has been immobilised right from the start, and poor old Mel Easton probably thinks so too, because he can't write. He'll need a nudge from someone very quickly. Something right in the middle of your picture is very unpredictable. There we're seeing young Andrew Ledbetter, 13-year-old, loves his fishing, at the controls of Hydra. Oh, there's the back of Mr. Dig. Don't call them eco-warriors, they say. We'll just call them scruffy warriors. There in the middle once again is Sumpthing, their machine, and as we thought, Axe-C-Dent is about to be counted out. But it looked good. The axe was strong, but no stream-mech. No, you can't come into the arena without one of those. And we say goodbye from competition for Axe-C-Dent, and we're about to say goodbye to Sumpthing if he gets into trouble in there with the house robots. Poor old Mel says cheerio to competition. Sumpthing still in the CPZ. In comes Shunt with the axe right into the middle there of the Sumpthing team from Leicestershire, dragging it about. Has an internal combustion engine on board there. We're seeing Dominator 2 thrust aside as well by Hydra. Good driving by young Andrew. Pushing and shoving with a 99 kilos weight Hydra. Growler awaits. Destruction on Axe-C-Dent 2. Axe-C-Dent already counted out. Don't forget, 2 robots go through to tonight's second round. So in other words, it's 2 from the remaining 3 mobilised robots. I've been impressed with Hydra. Sumpthing still in there fighting. Dominator hasn't dominated as we thought that team would, being number 6 seeds. Hydra in and flicking Axe-C-Dent up and over. Sumpthing's little pickaxe still going. Now Dominator finally gets its mighty hydraulic axe working as Growler looks on. But Dominator's attack was on a beaten robot in Axe-C-Dent. And Sumpthing and Hydra beginning to team up on Dominator 2. And the judges will have taken note. Should this go to a judge's decision, they will mark on style, control, damage and aggression. There on the floor flipper. Oh, that's a great height from the floor flipper. Axe-C-Dent in pieces. Great height this. It's lifting 100 kilos, don't forget. Bits and pieces strewn all over the arena floor. And we love it. And Sumpthing is not fully mobile. And now that's a shame. For Mr. Dig, Jeff Germany, and Paul Bacon, the self-styled king of shame, because Sumpthing's about to be counted out. Quite a war going on between Hydra and Dominator 2. Meanwhile, Sumpthing's been counted out. The pit release button has been activated. It's too late for it to turn around. It wasn't fully mobile, you could see that. It was just going around in a circle. So we know then that Hydra and Dominator 2 will be going through. Ooh, Growler comes out for a nibble. Sumpthing is dragged away. Got hold of one of those spherical wheels. And Sumpthing goes down into the pit. Once again, beaten in the heats in Robot Wars. Also there, Axe-C-Dent 2 finally. Cease. Oh, Mr. Dig, do your hair. Oh, Mel, well, perhaps not. Well done to the others. They're through.
Fantastic battle! Accident has an accident. Something's missing something. So Dominator 2 and Hydra, they go through!
Now, I have to say, you're not looking ready for battle.
No, I've got a few things to tweak up, I think.
Look, this is Dominator 2, naked. Woo-hoo! I love this camera, it's great fun. Are you ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
You're nowhere near ready, are you?
No.
Thanks. Somebody gives me an honest answer.
Dominator 2.
And the Dominator 2 boys, Chris Hall, Paul Tolliday and Elliot Smart.
Roboteers, stand by.
In the arena for the house robots, we have Growler and Sergeant Bash.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Dominator 2, the seeds, don't forget, number 6 seeds. S.M.I.D.S.Y have twice reached heat finals, but have been beaten on both occasions. But they are pushing Dominator 2 over the flame pit. Down comes Dominator's axe. I would say it is the more fearful weapon here, and it's got straight through there onto one of the tyres. Well, a lucky escape for S.M.I.D.S.Y, I felt. I don't think the Dominator 2 team pressed home its advantage then. Could they have dragged S.M.I.D.S.Y across the arena floor? Or did they not trust their own pulling power? S.M.I.D.S.Y slamming Dominator 2 into the side wall. And for me, at this moment in time, S.M.I.D.S.Y would be on top. Just in the Dominator 2 team in there. S.M.I.D.S.Y in underneath Dominator 2 again. This is a splendid drive by S.M.I.D.S.Y. Onto the angle grinder there. You can see the sparks flicking away. Oh, Dominator 2, though, using the centrifugal force of that floor spinner to good effect. You get a little bit of speed up for the attack on S.M.I.D.S.Y. Don't know what damage it caused, and Dominator 2 under attack once again, and perilously close to Growler and the CPZ. Look at those mighty jaws of Growler. Has to go back into its kennel, so to speak. And now Dominator 2 gets that axe to work. The target needs to be in front of Dominator 2 for that axe to have any effect. S.M.I.D.S.Y in flames! Away from the flame pit. Again, Dominator 2 gets that axe in, but it was a little tentative nudge, wasn't it? Didn't want to hold on to S.M.I.D.S.Y. Letting S.M.I.D.S.Y get away once again. Very close this one, the Dominator 2 boys. Just see there, Chris Hall, electronics engineer by trade at the control. Dominator 2's axe comes down on S.M.I.D.S.Y. Maybe the tactic enough blows they think will render the electronics of S.M.I.D.S.Y immobile, I don't know. But certainly now Dominator 2 is beginning to work up a head of steam. And it's pushed S.M.I.D.S.Y into that CPZ. Oh, Growler! Look at that, both went into the CPZ and Growler came in with a right raw ripping shunt. And S.M.I.D.S.Y now needs to get out and get out very quickly. And it's lacking power, you can see that. Look at this. He used a skid steer system, Growler. That's why it's so quick across the arena. Bam! And S.M.I.D.S.Y's taken the worst of that. And I think this second round has been turned on its head. I think that damage sustained by S.M.I.D.S.Y has cut its power and pace, and Dominator 2 can now grapple. And the whole thing's changed for me. S.M.I.D.S.Y is in trouble. And they were well on top. They backed onto the flame pit. You can see only one side seems to be working. They're on fire at the end. It'll go to the judges.
Good fight.
The judges have made their decision. Style, control, damage and aggression, that's what they were looking at. And they've gone for Dominator 2!
Heartbroken? Yeah, well, I know what it feels. We've been in that position. All I can say is that there's a fantastic robot, and the armour is incredible. You took us all the way. We were really worried about the fight, and top marks to you guys, because that could have gone either way. Well done.
Although the axe is an awesome weapon, it didn't really penetrate them.
No, I mean, they got, as I say, got pretty tough armour on the top of that, and also the way they've mounted it, we were discussing in the pits, it's quite bouncy, so it actually takes some shock out of the axe. So yeah, they've got it really sus for being a tough robot to beat. Just lucky you had tyres exposed for us, really.
How far do you think you're going to go?
We're going to do our best to go all the way, but we'll enjoy doing it, yeah.
Okay, well, we enjoy watching you. Ladies and
Thank
gentlemen,
you.
Dominator 2!
Now, just before you go into battle with Hydra, you're all nice and relaxed now.
Yeah, we're calm now.
And we talked to you after the last fight, not much damage, you thought.
No, well, it was a bit of a surprise. When we took the shell off, when Mauler came across the ring and hit us, a bit like being hit by a Land Rover at 40 mile an hour, we found that the polycarb base was actually split clean in half.
Just from that impact?
Just from that one impact, yeah.
So you had quite a lot of work to do in the end?
A lot of plating, yes, unfortunately.
Now, what about Hydra? Is that like being hit by a Land Rover, do you think?
No.
Or worse?
No, Hydra will be all right.
Hydra.
Go on, Hydra, prove me wrong, Dennis and Andrew.
Dominator 2.
Will the seeds go through? Dominator 2.
Roboteers, stand by.
In the arena for the house robots, Sir Kill-A-Lot. Look at those pincers. And shunt to bulldoze and chop.
3, 2, 1.
I think Hydra has to get Dominator 2 into a CPZ, lifted up and let the house robots play. Dominator 2's mighty axe comes down, but as Matt was saying, it has a poor hit-and-miss ratio. Hydra have overturned Dominator 2, exposing that polycarb base, which we heard split in the last fight. Dominator 2 self-righting very, very quickly. And mean and moody with the axe. Gunning for revenge. That was a great attack, though, by Hydra. I've been impressed with 13-year-old Andrew and Dennis. They've combined very, very well as a team. And they could spring a mighty surprise here. Dominator 2 looked cagey, didn't it? Don't hit the arena floor. There's no point, Dominator boys. Again, Hydra split them up. Dominator 2, can they self-right? Yes, they can, and very quickly and very stylishly too. Down comes the Dominator 2 axe. So it's grappled Hydra, but what are they going to do now? Because it certainly, for me, fought shy of pulling S.M.I.D.S.Y into a pit in the previous battle. And again, it's let Hydra go. The judges will mark against there. Dominator 2's axe blows. There it sticks. Hydra away. Backs for another attack. Dominator 2. Great rhythm with the axe, but what damage is it causing the Hydra team? Is it superficial, or are they puncturing and getting through to the very heart of the matter? The Dominator 2 team there, Chris Paul Elliott. Hydra on the arena side walls. Needs to get away, and I'll tell you something, Hydra all of a sudden does look a little battle-weary. Trying once again to get the pneumatic flipper in underneath Dominator 2. But there is a spring in the step of Dominator 2 now, or is that just my imagination? And they are puncturing Hydra. Look at the holes in Hydra. That must be causing damage. And Hydra is a wearied bot out there at this moment in time. Once again, the Dominator 2 team, we've seen them very experienced. Through to the series semi-final in Robot Wars, the 5th Wars and the 4th Wars. Good robots have beaten them in the past. It's taken a good robot, like Hypnotist, like Pussycat. And Hydra up against it now. You just sort of sense that it had turned when Hydra came out of that attack moments ago and looked sluggish for the first time in this entire heat. It is slowed. I would say that control response has been diminished. The weaponry looks less effective. Dominator 2 are well on top now. There is a gleam in their eyes. They know it. Hydra, can we get a grip? I don't think so. It's down to its last breath. Hydra, Sir Kill-A-Lot awaits. Well, what a good attempt by Hydra, but Dominator 2 has it for me. Splendid heat final.
The judges have made the decision based on style, control, damage, and aggression. And they've gone for Dominator 2! With a 6th seed.
We are.
And you're justifying it, really, at the moment, aren't you?
We're doing our best to, yeah. Want to do it justice.
Were you worried about coming up against Hydra, or do you think you had them beaten up?
No, we were actually quite worried. It's a quite tough robot, and they've got a lot of pushing power.
In the early stages, they actually flipped.
Yeah.
Flipped and flipped, you know?
Yeah, there's a little bit of, what's the word, panic, shall we say, going on? Yeah.
What about the series semis? I mean, who would you rather not fight, and who would you like to come up against?
Oh, I'd love to have a crack at Razor.
Would you really?
Yeah.
They're the world champions. They're the UK champions. They're seeded #1, and you reckon you can have them?
We'll have a go.
All right, come on, Razor. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. Let's hear it for Dominator 2!
Kent and number 6 seed, Dominator 2.
A third series semi-final for the Dominator team, but I've just been told they've heard who they're fighting and they don't fancy bigger brother.
That's going to be interesting. We might be flying later tonight.
But you're too weighty. Have you got any problems here?
No.
You're just testing and
just
doing pretty things with fairy lights down there. What's that?
We're just doing some minor adjustments to the traction control, so...
Okay.
3.2mm titanium armour, fast at 20 miles an hour, the best axe around, they tell us. It acts as a stream-mech as well, but the target has to be right in front of them for that axe to work. Who's going to wait around?
Roboteers, stand by.
Bigger brother team. Ian Watts, son Joe, daughter Ellie. Crowd love them. Dominator 2. Chris Hall on the right-hand side there at the controls, Paul Tolliday and Peter Halloway with him. In the arena for the house robots, Sergeant Bash and Sir Killalot.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
A classic axe meets flipper tail. Will it be a romantic ending? Down comes the axe of Dominator 2. Bigger Brother's armoury in the front is weaker than in previous series, but stronger around the back, and that flipper is so effective, and Dominator 2 is on its side. Now it can only effectively self-right if it uses the axe or gets a nudge from a helping friend. Bigger Brother turns friend. Dominator 2 becomes foe instantly, driving Bigger Brother into the CPZ, the corner patrol zone, bossed by the house robot. Bigger Brother back on the offensive. This is a very good battle developing here. Very even. Bigger Brother can't get the flipper in. Offensively, down comes the axe, but missing of Dominator 2. The judges will have taken note. There the flipper works of Bigger Brother. At the controls, Ian Watts driving, but little Joe controls the flipper. He's 9. He loves his Harry Potter. He loves his computer games. He loves his Robot Wars. And there, Peter, Paul, and Chris Hall at the controls of Dominator 2. Down comes the axe onto the front lifter, the flipper of Bigger Brother, powered by CO2. Now we know that CO2 powered flippers have a shelf life. They can't go on throughout a battle or a heat, and Bigger Brother is in trouble from Sir Killalot. The rep bot looks on. Bigger Brother was absolutely awesome in its heat. Heat L, it beat Disco Inferno, the very last heat to make this the series semi-final. And Bigger Brother, for me, this will be an upset. I thought they beat Dominator 2, I must admit, but they've turned turtle. They'll self-right very quickly, so there is still enough CO2 in there. Ian Watts driving, a lecturer by trade. I'll tell you what, this has been a lesson he's learned from Dominator 2, and Bigger Brother is teetering on the edge of another CPZ, and the crumpling Sir Killalot comes out and tries to drive up and over Ellie Watts' Bigger Brother. Oh, goodness me, they know they're in trouble. Dominator 2, for me, has gone through. Well, they think so too. Oh dear.
Did you like that fight? Did you like that fight? A right Royal Rumble that. Far too close to call, gonna have to go to the judges. The judges have made their decision based on style, control, damage, and aggression. Quite controversial, this. They've gone for Dominator 2! You were sweating there, weren't you, eh? I was winding you up.
Then you've done it well.
You thought there was going to be one of those judges' controversial decisions?
That would have been very controversial, yeah.
They're the second seeds, man.
Yeah.
You just whack them. If
so
you can
good.
beat Bigger Brother, you can beat anyone, can't you?
We're going to give it a best shot, yes.
Oh, do you think you're going to do it? Oh,
We've got to do it. We must do it. We must.
What about the quiet one at the end? Should we get a box for you next time?
I think you need one.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dominator 2!
Right, hear no evil, speak no evil. What's the other one?
I'm plain evil.
Plain evil. I like that. You see a man who can ad-lib as well. Right. How do you feel about the upcoming bout?
Really good. It's going to be good fun.
Okay, I mean, them against Hypnotist.
That was impressive. Yeah.
That was so impressive. They didn't have a moment to breathe. I'm talking about the Hypnotist team.
Yeah, that's right.
What if they do that to you? Are you prepared for that?
Oh, yeah, we'll just stick the axe in them. That'll slow them down.
But you wouldn't have had time to stick the axe in.
But if they're ramming us, they're going to meet us straight on. The axe. Straight in.
Well, if they come in at the side or at the back?
They won't get a chance. Nah, we'll have a laugh, whatever we do.
Now we're coming to the truth of it.
Yeah.
He's not really as confident as he makes out. Where are they?
The number 6 seed, Dominator 2.
The Axe Men cometh. On the left-hand side, Chris Hall, Peter Halloway, Paul Tolliday.
The number 12 seed, Tornado.
The storm into the arena floor. Andrew Marchant, David Gamble and Brian Moss. Andrew on the left.
Roboteers, stand by.
In the arena for the House Robots is Growler, Mr. Psycho's pet, and
3,
Matilda.
2,
Pet to us all,
1.
I like to think.
Activate.
And away we go. This for a place in the grand final. It's as simple as that. Axe against the push and shove of Tornado. Dominator 2 slams down that mighty Axe. Tornado 2, look at it though, already. What great pushing power that little 98 kilos machine seems to have. Little it's Lionheart. Tornado away once again. Reached the series semi-final of Robot Wars, the 4th Wars, and lost to Chaos 2. The pit release button is activated. Which of these machines has a short shelf life left in Robot Wars? Dominator 2 is on the end of a Tornado push. Matilda awaits. Dominator 2 is teaching. Oh, goodness me, I thought Tornado was going to go straight down the pit, but Dominator 2 ends up in there instead. Oh dear. They look absolutely shattered, and why not? I thought here, Tornado was going to go straight down. They landed right on the edge, and Dominator 2 drove themselves in. Fantastic stuff. The sparks flew. They bounced just on the right side of the pit, but Dominator 2 didn't. Over in a trice, but wasn't it worth it?
Close your eyes and you would have missed it. Dominator 2 in the pits. Tornado, they go breezing through.
What happened?
Just lost it in the corner, drove in. Well, just couldn't control it.
You got your action about once.
Yeah.
He's a very fast robot.
Yeah.
Every time he's gone.
Yeah.
But you drove him onto Matilda's disc and he flew in the air and I thought, that's it, Dominator 2 have got it.
That's
and
what
what do? You just reverse straight into the pit.
Yeah, so it went a bit wrong, didn't it?
It went pants, You're the 6th seed, they're the 12th seeds.
I know.
I tell you what, they're making a mockery of their seeding though, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a good robot. Very good robot.
Are you disappointed?
Yeah, of course.
You thought it was going to be your year a bit, didn't you?
Yeah, we were hoping.
Yeah, we're something to go through.
Yeah.
Unlucky guys. You've been
fine.
great competitors.
Thank
We
you.
love having you on Robot Wars. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Dominator 2! Good guys.